Washington bringing in Adrian Peterson today. AP, AD, whatever you want to call him, after working out Jamal Charles and Orleans Darkwa over the weekend. Since rushing for over 1,400 yards and 11 TDs in 2015, Peterson has only 601 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons. Oh, paging Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
Does this dude have anything left in the tank?
No, I don't think so. And by the way, time will tell, and I'm talking about, a couple weeks, about my Brady Cliff prediction.
Oh, God.
But Adrian Peterson, I clearly got right. And Jerome Bettis was on the show and many others telling me I was crazy, Adrian Peterson. But what happens in the NFL is these guys are name brands. This may apply to Des Bryant, too. We'll see. These guys become name brands. But really, it's in name only. There's an expression, JAG, just a guy.
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson is at best at this point, based on what I've seen in recent years now, just a guy with a brand name. At his best, he was on the Mount Rushmore of running backs. The top handful of greatest running backs who ever lived. But a lot of that was based on physical superiority, which no longer exists. And guys, he's old now. He's like legit old for a running back. Can he handle the workload, Will? Sure. You can give him the ball a bunch of times. But it's not just about can he handle the workload. Is he going to give you production over replacement value? I don't even know if he is replacement value. We'll see. But is he going to give you a production over that amount? Why not go with a young running back you may have around for 4 or 5 years, develop something? Why give those carries to a guy who can't get average yards per carry?
You continue to ensure that you will never have a sponsorship from the AARP. You continue to have your grudge against old people, from Tom Brady to Adrian Peterson.
To drivers.
God help the rest of us when he thinks we've gone over the cliff in TV or whatever it may be. He'll be championing that we should get this guy out of the business cause. But look, I think Adrian Peterson has something left. You say he's just a guy. That's having something left, but I understand what you're saying, not much above replacement value. Here's the deal. I don't think Adrian Peterson's ever going to return to, Max, 1,500 yards year in, year out. He's probably never going to return to 1,200 yards year in, year out. But could he step in this year for the Washington Redskins and be above replacement value? I absolutely believe that. Now, let's set aside Tom Brady and your cliff arguments. What you're looking at here with Adrian Peterson is you're 2 years removed. And 2 years is a lot in the life of a running back.
And an injury.
I understand that. Well, that's key to me, the injury. See, I don't look at the injury and say that's what killed his career. That's why he can no longer play again. I see the injury as the exception. In 2015, he had 1,400 yards and 11 touchdowns. Last year with the Cardinals, by the way, one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, he had 2 games of over 130 yards. He still has something to offer. I think he still has something to offer above replacement value.
Look at the numbers,
value.
Will. 3.11 yards, like 3 yards in a cloud of dust don't do it because no one goes for it on 4th down and you got another yard to go. It doesn't do it. You can't average 3 yards per carry. Why? Why would you want to take over? Hey, this guy averages 3 yards per carry. Let's give him a bunch of carries.
But
are you hanging on to the past?
I'm not hanging on to the past. What I'm hanging on to is the idea that Adrian Peterson's career, better yet, Adrian Peterson's future is not defined by A, a year in which he was basically out for the entire season with an injury, and B, a second season where he was traded between the New Orleans Saints and the worst offensive line, or one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, in the Arizona Cardinals. The Redskins have the 12th best, according to Pro Football Focus, offensive line going into 2018. I don't think he will be 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I don't think he will be the Adrian Peterson of 16, 17. Again, the argument that I'm coming out here and making is you're going to get 3 years of prime Adrian Peterson. But I think what you will end up with is something closer to what he was in 15 than what you've seen the last 2 years.
And
by the way, if I'm right, then he will be above your prediction. He'll be above JAG. He'll be above over the cliff.
Look, what are we really arguing about that? I don't think he gives you that kind of production. Now, do I think he is an NFL player still? Is he capable of playing in the NFL? Yes, I think so, though I'm not sure. I'm not like, if he has another season where he's averaging 3 yards per carry, no one else is going to give him a job. But I think so because the eyeball test tells me when I watch him, he is capable of having some big games. You see it in spots, and so he looks like an NFL player to me. But it's not like he's in the A block of it. He's leading the show today. And my point is he no longer warrants. His past certainly does. As I said, he's on the Mount Rushmore of running backs, about the greatest running backs of all time. Adrian Peterson forced his name onto that list. He was amazing.
Yep.
He is not that anymore. When I say just a guy, I don't even mean average starting caliber. I think he's an NFL player, but below RB1? No, I don't think so.
Look what we're debating here. We're debating after Samaje Perine is injured, after we're debating Darius Geis is injured, should the Redskins put some effort, some stock, some signage into Adrian Peterson? You want just a guy, I give you Orleans Darkwa. That's what the debate is. Do you sign Adrian Peterson or perhaps Jamal Charles or Orleans Darkwa? That's who they're working out. That's the definition of just a guy. Of course.
By the way, I am not. Hold on. I'm not sure who's better at this point. I don't know.
I love, and I don't think you're completely off base when you do this. You use broad data. You use big arcs. You say Tom Brady will be over the cliff when he's 41 because most other quarterbacks have
everyone
been.
Ever. Yeah.
But you don't make exceptions for individuals. You don't make exceptions for exceptional individuals. And I'm telling you, this has been done. Frank Gore just did it. He had over 1,000 yards
in
at 33.
Fact, it's
he
funny.
had almost 1,000 at 34. Why not Adrian Peterson?
You bring up
at age
Frank
33?
Gore, and on this very program, Stephen A. once had a conniption because I said that Frank Gore is I think I said a poor man's Adrian Peterson.
I remember a souped-up Frank Gore.
No, right. I said Adrian Peterson is maybe at this point in his career a souped-up Frank Gore. And for that, that's what everyone was criticizing me about when I said that. But they wish that Adrian Peterson had been a souped-up Frank Gore.
Wait, when did you say this? Souped-up Frank Gore when?
A year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Oh, a year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half. He has been nowhere near Frank Gore, let alone a souped-up Frank Gore.
I think he could be. Watch this. Here's your take. I'll take it. Thank you. He can be a souped-up Frank Gore in 2018. Frank Gore just rushed for 900-something yards last year, 1,000.
You think he'll be better than Frank Gore?
2 years older than Adrian Peterson.
Right.
Peterson can do that at age 33.
I do not think he can.
All right, so Mac's ready to retire the nickname all day.